What's going on, guys? Thank you for checking back in with another TDH upload. Today we're going to be tearing down the CA a little bit. As you guys can see behind me, it's already been opened up a little bit more. I've taken off the intake over here and the exhaust manifold along with the turbo. Those guys are hanging out over here. I'm just going to start ripping into this guy, pulling off this timing cover, this cam angle sensor, get this guy off. This valve cover is already off. I'm going to loosen up this guy, get this guy ready to go, and basically tear down the whole front end. That way I can get this thing squared away and get this head lifted off. I got to put this motor at top dead center before I forget, and then go from there. So I'm going to place you guys on a time lapse really quick, and we're going to rip into this guy, and yeah, that's about it, guys. So enjoy. Alright guys, it's day 2, it's super bright, it's super sunny, and I'm trying to get this done and over with because it's really hot out here. But we have the 240 pulled over here on the side of our apartment building, and we got the pressure washer. We're going to go ahead and clean up these areas right here, just kind of square them away because they're super dirty, and I want to stitch weld these seams right here. So we're going to get this guy all started up and clean it up. What's up, guys? It is day 3. As you can see, I'm already hot and sweaty. I've been working my tail off this morning, getting this car prepped up and cleaned. I've got just about everything pulled out of this engine bay. I'm not going to go too crazy. I'm just going to be cleaning up and welding all of these seams right here, and then stitch welding these strut tower mounts. It's a common thing just to help the structural integrity of the car. I'm just going to go ahead and do it while I have everything out, and then I'm going to be pulling my rack out, or this current rack, those tie rod ends off, and then slapping my other one in here. I still have to pull these. I mean, these tie rods are free. I just got to pull them off and swap them out with my other ones. So nothing too crazy is going on. I just figured I'd update you guys on day 3. I'm going to set up the camera for a little while and do some time-lapse footage of me welding this stuff up, and then keep trucking along. So it is technically day 4. I filmed some stuff yesterday. Well, I guess I should say I attempted to film some things yesterday. Clearly they didn't record because I reviewed the footage and I couldn't find them. I don't know if I keep having SD card issues or what the problem is, but it's getting a little frustrating because I keep missing out on stuff that I'm doing for you guys. Anyways, let me show you the bay. It's started to rain a little bit, so I've had to close it up, but I went ahead and started painting it silver. I like this color a lot. It's gonna pop really well with the gold and the red, so I went ahead and started doing that. You can see everything's taped off. So those guys are painted up, or the bay's painted up. I also did some stitch welding on the strut towers and along the inside of the frame rails. Those are all stitched up. Set that back to chilling right now. And I've also torn to the CA a little bit more. There's the front covers there, the top section and the lower section. Let me clean this lens off. And here's the motor. She's at top dead center right now. Got everything marked up. The timing belt is actually loose. I went ahead and loosened it, and I just wanted to show you guys where my current state is right now, I guess, if that makes sense to you. I'm probably going to go ahead and lift the head off the block right now, so that way we can start tearing into this thing and get this thing going. I ordered a timing belt and it showed up today, ended up being the wrong one. It's a little bit too wide. It's the same part number and everything. I just don't know if it's like a different one. I don't know. It's a little too wide compared to the one that I have on it right now. So I'm going to continue looking for that. I need to get my head bolts and a head gasket, and then I'll be set. So other than that, you guys really haven't missed much. It's been pretty much the same old tear down, the same old stuff in the garage. It's kind of boring in my opinion. I don't know if I'd watch all this stuff if I were you guys, but I don't know, I film what I can, and what I haven't filmed I try to update you guys and show you. So we're just moving right along. If I can hurry up and get my ARP head studs and then my piston rings here, we'll be golden. We can get this thing torn down and then thrown back together in a matter of a couple days and get her back on the road. But sadly I am waiting on those parts, and now that the timing belt is a mess up and it's not the right guy, I'm gonna have to figure that one out too. So I guess I'm gonna start cleaning up a little bit and then getting ready to take the head off the bottom of this block so that way we can inspect these pistons. I don't know if you guys saw that lightning over here, but I've started to clean up. As you can see, I put the car back over in its spot over there. Got everything all cleaned up. You guys saw me ripping the head off of this guy. Actually, I don't know if I filmed me flipping it over, but it's flipped over. The head's over here. Got the guys set up, top compression soak, top dead center. So this thing's good to go when it goes back on. I kind of regret flipping this thing over now because I want to show you guys, but there it is. Head gasket still in good one piece. Looks fine to me. The cylinder walls aren't that bad. I guess I'll flip it over real quick to show you guys. Hold on. Alright, I got it flipped over, guys, as you can see. My buddy's a little worried about the pistons. I don't think they look that bad. They got a little bit of carbon buildup on there. The car ran a little rich, but to me, I think they look fine. You guys want to have a second opinion, just let me know. I'm sure the GoPro doesn't really help. The cylinder walls, they look pretty good for what they are. Turn this guy over some more for you. I was worried about cylinder 1 and 4 because that's where I was losing a little bit of compression. You can see that there's a little bit of scarring inside of there. Also here with 1. But other than that, guys, it's all taken apart. I'm going to be waiting on my parts, and then we'll get this guy cleaned up and thrown back together. Technically, it is day 5, guys. Well, I guess night 5. I just got off of work. A couple parts came in for the CA that I wanted to show you guys, and I wanted to wrap up this video for you and show you what was going on and update you on this last little bit. The water pump came in that knocked this guy off the list. This is a water pump for a Nissan Pulsar, a 1988. Cross-reference that with a CarQuest part number, and it ends up being the T1095. That is the cross-reference number for the water pump. Here is the original one. Now, supposedly, if you guys are running a clutch fan, you cannot run the front-wheel drive pump. I don't know if that's true, but I'm running an electric fan, so that's not a problem for me. Also, some wire looming came in. This stuff is to clean up the wiring harness a little bit more because some of my wiring looming is cracked and frayed and falling apart. So this is 1-inch loom. I bought this off Amazon. That was like 13 bucks shipped for 20 feet of that. That's going to be able to clean up a lot of wiring and stuff that's in my engine bay, because I'm probably not going to relocate my fuse boxes and stuff. I don't really want to mess with the wiring and start cutting things up and messing things up that don't need to be messed with. I picked up some 80 grit and some lacquer thinner and stuff because I did some body work on the 240. She's out there. I ended up patching all of the holes, the heater core holes, and some of the holes that are in the firewall. I welded some plate over them, filled them up with some body filler, so I've got to knock down that body filler and get that cleaned up, finish painting that stuff. And like I've repeated myself 1,000 times, I'm just waiting on these few parts, the rings, the head gasket, and the head studs. Once I get that all squared away, we'll be good to go. I ordered a Gates racing belt from FR Sport, and I returned that factory Nissan one. So that once that guy gets here, it should be here next week. I'll be able to start ordering the rest of my parts and getting this thing in my car and get driving, because we've been doing a bunch of work. You guys have seen a bunch of work, but you haven't seen any seat time, and I want to drift, and it's time to drift. I'm really tired of doing this kind of stuff. I want some seat time. So yeah, let's hurry up. that's all I got for you guys. Head's over here, cleaned up. Don't really have much else. Parts, they're over here. Probably gonna go with the silver on the front cover to match the engine bay. Got some red there. I'll probably do the oil pan black. I've got that guy pulled off. I cleaned up the intake manifold best I could. I don't really want to take it apart any further because it's just, like I said, I'm not trying to jump that deep into it. I just want to make sure that my motor is going to be reliable, that I'm going to be able to, you know, take it to the track, put some track time down, put some seat time in, and have a good CA and not have to worry about it. And plus, just going over all the little quirks and stuff that the previous owner lied about, BS'd about, and just all that nonsense. So that's all I have for you guys. I don't want to make this video too long because, again, this is really redundant. You guys have seen a ton of this stuff. So thank you so much for watching, guys. For those of you that make it to the very end of these videos and who do like the 240 videos, I really do appreciate it. I know a lot of people are upset that I don't do much Cummins stuff anymore, but you only live once. You've only got a limited time on this earth, so I'm gonna enjoy this stuff and try to do what I want to do while I can, and then maybe we'll get back to that nonsense. So anyways, guys, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Later. I'm always in the doghouse.